The spaceship descended silently over the desolate plains of Earth's northern hemisphere, its sleek silver form glinting under the pale light of dawn. Humanity had been expecting something like this for decades, alien contact, but no one could have predicted how it would unfold. The extraterrestrial craft landed without fanfare or destruction, its arrival marked only by a faint hum that faded into silence. On the ground nearby stood Owen, a farmer who had ventured out early to check on his cattle after hearing strange noises in the night. He wasn't supposed to be there at all. He should have been asleep in his modest home miles away. But fate is often unkind, and as Owen stared at the towering vessel before him, he felt both awe and terror grip his heart. The ship's hatch opened with a soft hiss, revealing a figure cloaked in shimmering metallic fabric. It stepped forward cautiously, its elongated limbs moving with unnatural grace. Owen froze, clutching the rifle slung across his shoulder, a relic from his grandfather's hunting days. His mind raced with questions. Was this being here to conquer, to negotiate, or simply to observe? Before Owen could decide what to do, the alien raised one thin arm, pointing directly at him. A beam of blue energy shot out, narrowly missing Owen's head and striking the ground behind him. Instinct took over. With a shout, Owen lunged forward, tackling the creature to the dirt. They struggled briefly, but the alien was surprisingly frail compared to Owen's sturdy build. Within moments, Owen had pinned the creature down, using his belt to bind its wrists together. "What are you doing here?" Owen demanded, though he knew the alien wouldn't understand. Its large, multifaceted eyes stared up at him, wide with confusion, or perhaps fear. For a moment, Owen considered letting it go, but caution held him back. Instead, he dragged the alien toward his truck parked nearby, securing it in the bed before speeding off toward the nearest military base. At the base, chaos erupted when Owen arrived. Soldiers swarmed around the vehicle, weapons drawn, shouting orders. Owen explained what had happened as calmly as he could, though his voice trembled with adrenaline. The alien, still bound, remained eerily silent, watching everything with those unsettling eyes. Scientists were summoned, and within hours, the alien was placed inside a containment chamber designed for biological hazards. Through trial and error, and some lucky guesses, they managed to establish rudimentary communication using symbols and gestures. The alien identified itself as Hale, a scout sent to assess Earth's resources. When asked about hostile intentions, Hale shook its head vigorously, mimicking peace signs repeatedly. Despite these assurances, mistrust lingered among the humans. Owen found himself torn between skepticism and curiosity. He visited the containment room daily, observing Kale through thick glass. Over time, they developed a peculiar rapport. Owen brought food, simple things like apples and bread, to test whether Kale could eat human sustenance. To everyone's surprise, it did, chewing slowly and savoring each bite. One evening, while sitting outside the chamber, Owen asked, "Why did you attack me?" Kale hesitated, then pointed to its own chest and made a gesture resembling a weapon firing. Owen frowned. Self-defense? Kale nodded eagerly. Apparently, it had mistaken Owen's presence for aggression. This revelation weighed heavily on Owen. Had he misjudged the situation entirely? Could humanity's first encounter with intelligent life have gone so wrong because of a simple misunderstanding? Days turned into weeks. News of the aliens spread globally, sparking debates about ethics, diplomacy, and fear. Some called for immediate retaliation against Kale's species, while others argued for peaceful negotiation. Amidst this turmoil, Owen became an unlikely advocate for restraint. He spoke openly about his interactions with Kale, emphasizing the creature's apparent desire for understanding rather than conflict. His words resonated with Dr. Elena Morales, the lead scientist overseeing Kale's study. Together, they devised a plan to send a message back to Kale's people. Using data gathered from Kale's ship, they constructed a primitive transmission device capable of broadcasting signals into deep space. The message was simple. Asterisk, we wish to talk asterisk. To their astonishment, a response came within days. Another ship appeared in orbit, larger and more imposing than Kale's scout vessel. Panic gripped the world once again, but this time, Owen stood firm. accompanied by Dr. Morales and a team of diplomats. He boarded a shuttle bound for the alien mothership. Inside the massive craft, Owen felt small and insignificant. The walls shimmered with colors beyond human comprehension, and the air carried a faint hum that vibrated through his bones. They were greeted by several beings resembling Kale, though adorned in elaborate robes that seemed to shimmer with starlight. At their center stood a taller figure, radiating authority. Through translators hastily assembled during the journey, introductions were made. The leader introduced itself as Vinar, emissary of the Zinthari Collective. Owen swallowed hard, aware that the fate of humanity rested on his shoulders. "We mean no harm," Vinar began. Its voice filtered through the translator. "Our scout acted out of fear, just as your people did. We seek knowledge, not conquest." Owen exchanged glances with Dr. Morales. This admission aligned with Kale's earlier claims, but trust was fragile. "If you're peaceful, why didn't you announce yourselves?" Owen asked. Vinar tilted its head, considering the question. "Your history shows patterns of violence when faced with the unknown. We chose caution." The conversation continued, delving into topics ranging from technology to cultural exchange. By the end, an unprecedented agreement was reached. The Zenthari would establish a permanent embassy on Earth, fostering mutual learning and cooperation. In return, humanity promised to share its art, music, and stories, a concept that fascinated the Zenthari deeply. Back on Earth, news of the treaty sparked celebration and criticism alike. Many hailed Owen as a hero for bridging the gap between species, while others accused him of naivety. Regardless, the impact of his actions rippled outward, reshaping humanity's future. As for Owen, he returned to his farm, though life was never quite the same. Kale, now free, visited occasionally, bringing gifts from its homeworld, strange fruits and crystalline artifacts that shimmered like captured sunlight. Their bond, forged in fear and misunderstanding, had blossomed into friendship. Late one evening, as Owen gazed at the stars, he couldn't help but smile. Somewhere out there, among countless worlds, humanity had taken its first step toward becoming part of something greater. And it had all started with a restrained alien and a surprising peace invitation.